last week we talked about how TikTok's algorithm and Facebook's algorithm basically only give you bad news or let you go down rabbit holes you don't want to go on.
There you go.
Well, there is a shining light on TikTok. I know, and you're like, where? So, okay, there is a store manager in New York who is giving kids the opportunity to earn a sweet reward in exchange for good grades at school. Okay.
Okay.
And the incentive basically teaches kids that their hard work pays off and gives some the ability to provide for their families. Okay.
Mm.
Now, I'm going to mispronounce this and I'm totally sorry. But so the guy's name is Wail Alselwi. Yeah, it's at Island Doc One is his name on TikTok. And he is the co-owner and manager of Zach's Finest Deli and Grocery in Staten Island. Okay.
Okay.
It's basically like a bodega style thing. Like all over New York, they have like bodegas, which is kind of what everywhere else calls convenience stores. They
Yeah.
usually, sell snacks, sell coffee, maybe, some already pre-made food, very
Some have
much.
delis in them. Those are
Yeah.
great.
And this one says deli and grocery, but so think convenience store-ish, if you will. And basically he's created an incentive program for the neighborhood kids. He calls it grades for grabs, and it's intended to celebrate students' hard work with prizes like snacks and even cash. Now, he started sharing videos on TikTok capturing these heartwarming moments when kids show up at the store with their report cards in exchange for their rewards.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in his program, for instance, he let students who earn an average of 80 to 90% take whatever they want from the store free of charge. Okay. Students who get an average of 70 to 80% can pick up $10 worth of items.
Wow.
Students who earn 90% or higher get their pick of items from the store. They get a t-shirt and a $100 bill. Okay.
Holy moly.
Yeah. And it says he also rewards students who show improvement or earn achievements like perfect attendance.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said that while a lot of the kids pick treats like chips, candy, and ice cream, some actually pick up staple foods like bread, milk, and eggs. In
Wow.
one of the videos, a young student named Bryant came to the store to show off his report card, and he picked only a few essential items before the manager encouraged him to go back and get more. And then only then did he pick up some junk food, but he also remembered to pick up a Mother's Day gift.
Stop
Okay.
it.
I know. Now, what's really awesome. So the manager of the store, okay, his brother set up a GoFundMe, okay, to help raise money for the initiative. Now remember, he's not just the manager, he's a co-owner,
Right.
okay?
Yeah.
His brother sets up the GoFundMe, and so far, 700 people have donated $130,000. And the crowdfunding allows this manager to continue celebrating these students' achievements. And he said that many of these kids just lack encouragement, and sometimes all it takes is a small incentive to boost their confidence and push them towards greatness. And it said, imagine a student working extra hard to improve their grades, knowing their effort will be recognized and celebrated.
Oh, I
That's
hate
the
it.
impact that we are making. And it says, I created this fundraiser to help support that project. As all funding comes out of my pocket, I'd like to be able to continue supporting as many kids as possible through this project for years to come. Thanks for all your support.
Ugh.
And that I think is just so, I mean, you hear about people doing great things for especially kids, but the
Yeah.
fact that this guy's a co-owner, he's a manager, so he works there every day. Because sometimes you see owners that, they just pop in once in a while. So he's there every day. You
Ugh.
know that he knows these kids,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? And so the fact that a store owner, a manager, is rooting for your kids, I just think that is, I know you're crying over there, and I'm
Stop
trying
it.
not to, because I work with a lot of kids that come, they come from families in poverty. Okay.
Yeah.
A treat can mean the world to them because it's not an essential item. And
Yeah.
so even like basics, like, an Easter treat, a Christmas treat, a Halloween treat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's a big deal, especially to kids. And the fact that they have to earn them, they're not just showing up and putting out their hands, they
That
earn
worked.
them.
Yeah.
And then I give it to this guy because I looked up his TikTok account. Of course, I followed him because I wanted to see it. And I looked at a lot of these videos and, it's the joy. Like kids can't hide joy very well. And you see just how excited they are. And I mean, think about the last time you went to a convenience store and like just went nuts. You maybe spent $50, maybe. And
Yeah.
it doesn't take much to just
But
really make a child's day.
this is full circle. Like, I love this because I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a tissue because I'm gonna make myself cry. So I'm a very emotional crier. Like, I'm actually even a sympathetic crier. Like, if I see somebody cry, I'll cry. But like, so this is kind of a full circle situation, right? You're not only incentivizing them committing to their education and doing something that improves their life, you're improving the community around you. You're investing in the kids that are close by. And
Absolutely.
like all of that, just you're
And he
investing.
was doing it out of his own pocket, okay? Because this is
So
not
nice.
a nonprofit. This is not a government agency. This is not a school doing this. This
No,
is a literal regular guy that I'm sure he just got to know some of these kids. I'm sure he met one of these kids who was struggling and he was like, "Hey dude, just hang in there, do the best you can, come back, show me what you've done, and I'll make it worth your while if you saw some improvement." And then as soon as all it took was one kid, I'm sure.
and
And
he
from
told
then on,
all his friends. Yeah, it was
oh
game
yeah,
on after that.
just game on.
Yeah,
And
for
the
sure.
fact that so many people donated to help him continue to be able to do this. When you think about so many small business owners are struggling. And so many people, believed in this mission and are helping it. I mean, this
It
is
was
one of
brilliant.
those where it doesn't cost any money to go follow him on TikTok
No,
or, go watch his videos because I'm sure that he makes money, probably not a ton on TikTok, and it just goes to help, these kids. But I really wish that more average people would understand how much of an effect they can have on kids
and their
because
community.
kids at the end of the day, kids are actually very easily influenced.
Yeah,
If you tell a kid something negative, they can carry that around for the rest of their life. But if you tell a
yeah,
kid something positive that they haven't heard before, or if you encourage them to keep trying, you can literally steer them on to a new path. Okay.
yeah,
So I applaud this and the fact that he's sharing it. And I'm sure that these kids give permission or their parents give permission,
yeah.
but
Hopefully,
I feel like the world needs more people like this.
yeah. I think in a way, it's supporting your community in a
Absolutely.
different way.
Absolutely. And so, like I said, go follow him on Facebook. It's the at symbol island doc one is the username. And so, I mean, definitely. And let us know your thoughts down below. Do you know anyone in your local community who is doing something like that? Because I would love to just be able to share more of these feel good stories where, people are just trying to help out. And that's what makes communities strong and they survive hard times. So let us know down below.